Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. It is currently Friday and it's actually almost like 4 p.m. by now, I think. I don't have any classes on Thursdays or Fridays, so that's been really nice because it means I have a longer weekend and I have more time that I can kind of dedicate just to like doing a reset and catching up on schoolwork. So what I like to do is usually like ahead of the weekend, I'll make a massive to-do list with every single thing I can possibly think of that I have to do, whether that be uni work I have to catch up on, or like house chores or editing, whatever it might be. I just put it all in one list, and then progressively throughout the weekend I start to tackle it one by one. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing like in this video, and I'm just going to be hanging out with you as I get that to-do list done. And I consider it a little bit of a reset just because obviously if I can get everything done on that massive to-do list, then I've completed everything I could possibly have to do. So that's the goal. Unfortunately, a lot of the time I don't get around to doing everything, but it's just a good, you know, practice in my opinion to have everything at a glance that I, you know, have on my mind. Today I've been mostly catching up on editing just because I have so many videos I need to get around to editing, and uni has just been keeping me busy, so I haven't been able to like post in real time that much, but I'm hoping I can get back to more of a consistent schedule. And then besides that, I have some uni work I need to get done and all of that. I'm really excited for this weekend and just for this video in general. I'm going to be doing like a little bit of an autumn reset, even though it's not quite fall yet. I'm just mentally ready for it to be fall. Like, don't be fooled by the sweater I'm wearing right now because it is still very warm out and the leaves haven't really changed colors yet, but I'm starting to see some orange leaves like here and there, so it is coming. I'm just a little bit too excited and too eager. I'm also really excited because tomorrow I'm having some friends over, and for my birthday we're gonna do a little bit of a game night because I ordered this like murder mystery case that you can get together with your friends and solve, and I've done it once before and it was so much fun, so I'm really excited to do it again. That was a long intro, but I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm gonna get to work now. Good morning everyone, it is Saturday and today is kind of my designated cleaning day. I'm just gonna do all of my like house chores and all the tidying up that I haven't had time to do this week because I've been so busy with uni. The house has been a little bit messy and I just want to make sure it's in order because not only do I, you know, thrive in a more clean and tidy environment, but I'm also having some friends over today, so obviously I want it to be presentable. I made myself an iced chai with cinnamon and I'm gonna just try to get all of it done in one shot. I prefer honestly to set aside like a couple hours and just do a big like cleaning up tidy session rather than like spreading it out throughout the day. I just feel it's easier to do it that way. So anyways, that's the plan. My sheets are in the wash right now, and then later I'm gonna do another load of laundry and then have to vacuum, clean the bathrooms, tidy up the kitchen. Like, we have a lot on our agenda, but we're gonna get it done and I'm gonna feel so much better afterwards. Alright, time for a bit of an update. I finished pretty much cleaning and doing all of the chores I wanted to get done, so that feels really good because now I can move on to schoolwork and just getting ahead on that. I have quite a few assigned readings to do every week, so I like to try to get it done like progressively so I don't have to do it all in one sitting. So that's what I'm gonna do as of now. I also made myself a cup of coffee, which is very unusual because if you know me, you know I'm much more of a tea person. But I don't know, something about fall, like sometimes I crave coffee. Because I'm not much of a coffee drinker, I feel like I haven't really perfected my recipe yet, but we'll get there. I feel like maybe it's because here at home I have a mocha pot, and I feel like when I go to a coffee shop, they have an espresso machine. So I don't know if like it tastes that different, or maybe I'm just not making it the right way, but I can never get it like to taste as good as when I get it at a coffee shop. I also put some like pumpkin spice honey in my coffee, but it honestly doesn't taste anything like it.
Just a gone away. I keep thinking about that big sky.
If you've been watching me for a while, then you might know that having a balanced and healthy lifestyle is crucial for me, and I'm always looking for ways to improve that, which is why I'm so excited to introduce today's sponsor, Sunsama. Sunsama is a productivity app that I've been using for a while now to help me balance my busy schedule and workload as a university student and content creator who often has a lot of things to manage at once. Sunsama has so many features that I've been playing around with that help me not only be more productive and efficient with how I spend my time, but also help me reinforce a healthy balance and prevent burnout. So I thought I would show you guys a few of these features and kind of talk about how they've been helpful in helping me overall plan my day. I've gotten into the habit of planning my day the night before, and so using Sunsama, this has really helped me get into a better flow. First things first, there's the shutdown ritual. So when I plan my day the evening before, I'll set a shutdown time for when I want to stop working, and that'll help me create a clear boundary between my workday and my own time to personally relax and unwind. There's also focus mode, which I've been really enjoying, especially on days when I'm working on a lot of different tasks, and it'll help you set an intention for your day and then help you slowly work on checking each of those tasks off. And then another important feature that I'm so glad Sunsama has included is burnout prevention. Essentially, Sunsama will prompt you when you're programming more than 7 to 8 hours of work each day, which is very helpful when it comes to establishing priorities and making sure that you're setting realistic expectations with yourself, which is definitely something I am working on. So using Sunsama, I can just immediately see if I am programming too much work into one day, and I can just establish my priorities to better organize and manage my time. You can head over to the link in my description to try a 30-day free trial of Sunsama to start planning more sustainable work days and being more productive. Thank you again so much to Sunsama for partnering with me and for everything that you're doing. And now let's get back to the video. I changed into something a little bit more put together, but still comfortable. And also, in case you're wondering, this is what the game looks like. It's basically just a file with a bunch of evidence. So it has like some papers, and it also says online content, so that probably means we have like some QR codes that we can scan, and then you have like recordings to listen to or videos to watch. Oh, I'm excited. Like, I know this is kind of nerdy, but this is like what I want to do for my birthday. And then once everyone arrived, it was time to start the murder mystery, which was so fun. And honestly, looking back on this footage, it's a little bit chaotic, but our murder mystery case was 1920s themed, and there were so many different pieces of evidence. There was even a secret code and a recording at some point.
It's the mother.
It is
mother.
I thought she was talking to that guy.
It's Martha. So this guy was on top of two
Right
things
now, Bernard Ross, number one suspect.
No, it's the mother.
No, what are you
Yo, it was not
No,
Ross.
even
Whose mother?
after, because he's looking for someone on someone's balcony.
Because it's his room.
But then,
But
also,
he's not in the room. Why would you go?
But that's why.
You want to know if he's on the balcony. So you go on the balcony and you're like, oh.
Word one.
But what's
I am writing.
I knew it.
So good.
I knew it.
Right? You sure?
I've been cheating on.
Could be with Francis.
And yeah, overall there was a lot going on, but it was really fun and a really great way to spend our evening. everyone, and happy Sunday. I'm just making a matcha right now because I want to bring it to go with me to the library where I'm gonna go get some of my schoolwork done. The plan is for me to just go work at the library and not come home until I finish my work, so that's gonna hopefully kind of motivate me to be more focused and not as distracted. I had a bit of a chill morning, you know, today, and read a little bit in bed, and since then I just had breakfast and posted today's video. I had a few things to finish up for that, but now that that's all done, I can move on with my schoolwork. Oh, also, yesterday's game night was so much fun, and I honestly can't wait to look back on the footage and see what was filmed because it was a little bit chaotic. Like, I think I picked up the camera when we were starting to advance more and starting to like put clues together. But yeah, it was honestly kind of a hard case to solve, and there were a lot of different elements and a lot of different like pieces of evidence that we had to go through. So it took us a while, but it was also a lot of fun. And even though I don't think we ended up really solving the case like entirely, obviously we had a guess of who we thought was the murderer and we ended up guessing right, but we didn't really have all of the evidence or like the full explanation. We just kind of had like, I guess, a hunch or like some evidence. But the game ends up like explaining everything to you, and you know, we got to see all the stuff that we had missed. So it was really interesting. This like storyline was honestly kind of like complex, but it's a lot of fun. Honestly, it was just nice to have like all of my friends with me and just hang out all together. It was a really nice evening, so that was a lot of fun. One more thing I think I want to do before I leave though is I want to take out the books that are on my like fall TBR, like the books I want to read this autumn, because I feel like if I don't like see them visually like in my room, then I kind of forget about them. And obviously like some books, I don't know, some books, especially in the fall time, like I'm in the mood for like cozy mysteries and just like cozy books, and like some obviously like fantasy and all that. So I have a couple books that I've been meaning to read, and I just think, you know, putting them in my room where they're visible is gonna help me get through them. Starting with the books that I'm hoping I can get around to reading in September, I have this one, which is called In 5 Years. And yeah, just to quote the actual book, it says, Danny spends exactly 1 hour 5 years in the future before she wakes again in her own home on the brink of midnight. And it is 1 hour she cannot shake. It seems to be kind of like a romance, but obviously with that magical realism element, which I have been really interested in. And then I also would like to read On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, which I think is a little bit different from what I usually tend to read. But I've really been trying to like branch out a little bit into the different genres and just like different types of book that I wouldn't normally read, because I think it's obviously like such a good way to just expose yourself to like different perspectives and different ways of seeing and understanding the world. And yeah, I'm not sure like what people's thoughts are on it. If you've read this, you can let me know in the comments, but I also thought the cover was just like perfect for fall time, obviously, and it's so gorgeous. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I mean, come on. And then I also have The Lighthouse Witches, which I believe is like maybe fantasy. I'm not really sure, because it mentions like witches and hauntings, curses, and just like mysterious events that happen on an island. So you kind of like find out what happens at this lighthouse. Honestly, I'm not really sure. I haven't read it yet, but I just thought it seemed really interesting. I have The Thursday Murder Club, which is a cozy mystery. It's this group of friends in a retirement village that decide to get together and discuss unsolved crimes, which just sounds like so cozy, but also mysterious. And I don't know, it sounds like my cup of tea. I showed in a recent video that I picked up The Graveyard Book, and it's actually from the author of Coraline, which I did not know. Like, I'm only piecing this together now. But yeah, I talked a little bit about that book in the other video, but it just seemed like really interesting and good for like October. And then the last one is a thriller, which I'm so excited to read because, I don't know, autumn is just like prime thriller time, and it's called In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. This is a psychological thriller, I believe, and it's centered around a college reunion with like some dual timelines. So I don't know, that sounded really interesting, and especially for this time of year, I feel like it's perfect. So those are all of the books that are on my fall kind of TBR. I'm gonna set them all like somewhere in my room so I can actually see them and hopefully get around to reading them. Anyways, that is it for my little book related intermission. We're now going to get back to our regular programming, and I'm gonna go get some work done at the library. As you can see, I spent quite a bit of time at the library just trying to make some progress on my readings and all of my assignments, and I know initially I said that I wouldn't let myself leave until I finished all of my work, but unfortunately I didn't really manage to get all my work done, and I had plans to have dinner at my grandma's for the evening, so that actually was pretty good because it gave me, you know, a reason to take some time off and to kind of unwind and not focus so much on being productive. So overall, I'd say this reset was quite a success, and thank you so much for spending it with me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!